So the sermon was over, and I'd been coming to Grace for a couple of weeks, and I got up out of my seat, and I walked out of the sanctuary. And as I was walking out the front doors, this young man who was vibrant and had a lot of energy came up to me, threw an invitation in my hands, and said, "Hey, we would love to see you come out this afternoon to a young adults pool party and cookout that we're having for all of our young adults at Grace." So I took the invitation, I put it in my pocket. I had somewhere to be that day. And, I planned on going to this bike rally to see all the motorcycles, and I was young in my faith, and maybe even had some plans to drink a little bit that afternoon, and just to see what the atmosphere would be like. And so I went. And while I was there, I just saw a whole lot of things that represented what God was calling me out of. Heavy drinking, lots of temptation as far as lust goes, and different things that were just catching my eye and represented a lifestyle that the Lord was really pulling me out of, like strongly pulling me out of. And I met some friends there and some people that I knew, and I hadn't stayed long, and they were already offering me drinks and appealing to my flesh and the nature that I had to just want to dive in and have a good time and drink and just be a part of that whole culture that I had been a part of for so long. Well, it was interesting because my mind, instead of being drawn to all those things that had to do with the place that I was currently in that environment, my heart was drawn to this invitation that I knew that I had in my pocket. And so interesting how I just reached into my pocket, I took out this invitation, read the address, and just heard the voice of the Lord just clearly moving in my heart and saying, "You know what? You need to go where life is really found. And you need to go to where your peers are and where they are having a great time and just enjoying one another in a healthy and life-giving way." So I said goodbye to the people that were there, and I hadn't been there long, so it was kind of awkward for me to show up and then say I got to go, but I did have to go, and so I zipped out toward Harford County and met so many great people that are still here, that are here at Grace, who maybe even remember this event that we had where I showed up and I played volleyball and went swimming and threw the football around with some fantastic young men and women of God. And that moment changed the trajectory of my life forever, because that was the community that I wanted to be a part of. That was the community that I needed to be vested in order to see life change occur in my life, to be encouraged, to grow, to be challenged, and to really learn what it means to be a young man in his early 20s, sold out, set apart, and living for God. You know, this event that we have coming up, it's not just an event. It's not just about getting together and swimming and grilling out. It's about young people coming together because we're starting something great. This is a moment in time that could change the trajectory for so many young adults like me when my story and walk with Jesus really took hold and first started. So you need to just think about that and come out to our event, but also invite others. Others who you may be feeling just need to be invited out to something positive and life-giving, and all set up in the name of Jesus Christ. I really hope that you plan on coming out. And this is just a story, a short part of my overall testimony where I came into a relationship with Christ, and my relationship with Him was really strengthened by making a decision to go to this event rather than go where I was used to going. So anyway, just pray that's an encouragement to you, and I look forward to sharing more with you in the future as we move on as young adults sold out to Christ and rooted at Grace Fellowship Church. Take it easy. God bless.